There is an ancient Cherokee proverb that states a woman's highest calling is to connect a man to his soul so he can unite with Source. A man's highest calling is to protect a woman so she can walk the earth unharmed. When that sacred balance is shattered, reality breaks. And for the first 45 years of my life, my reality was completely broken. I was trapped in a cycle of pain and survival, completely blind to the fact that the key to my freedom was something I constantly dismissed. Let's go back to my beginnings so you know where I came from and I can share where I went from there. I was born in Scottsdale, Arizona on June 25th, 1970. My parents named me Carrie Mae Blazer. My mom also gave me a second name, Shenandoah. My family quickly moved to France and then Switzerland prior to moving to Southern California when I was 5. There, I met my masculine counterpart, my soulmate, when I was a child. His initials are JC, so I will refer to him in that way. I had a challenging childhood. JC and I got into a huge fight when I was 5, and he punched my face really hard. It is like he knocked the Carrie out of Carrie. And I told him I wouldn't speak to him for 50 years. Then I just shut down and rejected my heart. That single moment shattered my world. And as you'll see later in this episode, its ripples followed me for decades. But the chaos of my childhood was just beginning. Next, my parents got a divorce when I was 6. My dad was a workaholic and my mom was an alcoholic. I lived with my mom and brother in an apartment in a very wealthy town located just behind Malibu called Westlake Village. I had a very hard time making friends and struggled with depression and lack of self-care. I had one friend in middle school who moved away prior to high school starting. So I started high school pretty much alone, but JC was ASB president of our school that had 2,000. He was smart and gorgeous. I mean, he looked like Adonis, I kid you not. He was also a multiple sport varsity letterman. He was the dream guy on paper, but I wouldn't let him near me. I was shut down, and he owned the school. After a couple of challenges with JC, I started a 6-year career at Hot Dog on a Stick at 14. Bought my own car and left for college at 18. I left him behind, or so I thought. What I did bring with me was excruciating lower back pain that started when I was 15 and a half. My lower back was terribly painful for 35 years. I had a lot of life lessons to learn. At the time, I didn't know that pain is an initiation process for personal growth. I just knew it hurt a lot and destroyed parts of my life. I was busy complaining about my life, not appreciating it. Anyway, at UCSB, I became fascinated by East Asian religious studies. I was looking for answers everywhere, but I was looking in all the wrong places. Just like that song, looking for love in all the wrong places. I was looking for self-love in all the wrong places. I was looking outside myself instead of in my heart and soul for the answers to my emotional wounds. I didn't yet understand that all of the wisdom I needed to heal from my childhood trauma was in my soul the whole time, waiting for me to access it for my own benefit. I hadn't yet learned that my soul plans my life based on my wounds for self-improvement opportunities. Live and learn, right? Live and learn.